Let's now shift focus to the war in Sudan, which has triggered the world's worst humanitarian crisis. But now there are hopes of peace, as US President Donald Trump has vowed to end the conflict after a request from Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Let's listen in.
8 wars, and I'll tell you, His Majesty would like me to do something very powerful having to do with Sudan. It was not on my my charts to be involved in that. I thought it was just something that was crazy and out of control. But I just see how important that is to you and to a lot of your friends in the room. Sudan, and we're going to start working on Sudan.
These comments came last night during the US-Saudi Investment Forum in Washington. Trump said he had not given much thought to the Sudan war before the Crown Prince raised it with him.
Working with the Crown Prince was amazing because he mentioned Sudan yesterday. And he said, sir, you're talking about a lot of wars, but there's a place on earth called Sudan. And it's horrible what's happening. So we're working on that. We started about 30 minutes after you explained to us the great importance of that. I view it differently now than I did just a day ago.
And after the summit, the US president raised the dire state of Sudan on his social media platform, Truth Social. He said Sudan is running out of food, doctors and medical supplies. He called it the most violent place on earth and said the United States will work with Saudi Arabia, the UEA, Egypt and other nations to stop the atrocities. He described the crisis as a priority and promised to act quickly. Trump's remarks came after his administration's mediation efforts. The US presented a peace proposal to the warring Sudanese military and the paramilitary RSF. Both sides acknowledged the peace pact, but only the RSF has said that it will accept the humanitarian truce. Despite talks of peace, the situation on the ground continues to remain dire. Shelling, drones and airstrikes are now hitting civilian areas in Kordofan. This as the RSF has shifted its focus eastwards after battering and then capturing El Fasher. And here the war has also led to killings, looting and mass displacement, with millions living in constant fear. The United Nations says more than 3,300 civilians have been killed between January and June of this year alone, while the war has been raging since April 2023, killing tens of thousands of people and displaced nearly 12 million. The UN has documented summary executions and attacks on health facilities, markets and aid convoys by both sides. More than 2/3 of the country, which accounts for more than 30 million people, now need urgent food, shelter and medical help. The Red Cross says some areas have lost 90% of their civilian population. Families flee daily and many do not make it.
We were staying in Al Takaful neighborhood when a shell hit. My husband went missing. At the beginning we tried to flee, but there was no transportation. We stayed until Al Fasher calmed down, then we managed to escape.
We came from El Fasher to Tawila camp. We faced troubles on the way. We ran into those criminals. We faced beating, burning, rape, and other things.
But our situation here is terrible. We don't have blankets. He uses bed sheets as covers. As for food, we don't have any. We have nothing, nor anyone abroad to send us help.
For millions of Sudanese people, any form of international intervention is possibly their only hope. And Trump's comments have raised expectations that a negotiated peace could finally begin. The world is watching Sudan closely. The question now is whether these new diplomatic efforts can bring an end to a war that has gone on for far too long.
I was a revolutionary. I became a ruler. I claimed to protect my people. I terrorized them instead. I built palaces. I started wars. I lost everything. Some called me a defender of Arab pride. History remembers me as a dictator. Who am I?